Are you a big manifester? Do you guys like believe in The Secret, the law of attraction?
I've done it, and it's worked.
Yes.
Whoa.
I believe it. I believe the life I have is a lot of my thoughts and achieving what I want.
Did
Do
you
you
write,
do that?
Did you write these things down?
It's a great question in terms of writing it down, but I do a lot of like heavy thinking about it and visualizing what I want. I know that like when I was in college, I always said I was, trusting myself, let's do well academically and get a big boy job, but it would be really cool to like be myself for a living. Like in terms of like being a personality or changing
Before
your
Vine
passion.
even existed, you
Before-
just had this concept.
Yeah, and it's wild. My roommate in college now looking at all we've done and like have achieved, he's like, that's crazy that you would say that like private. I wasn't going around saying I want to be a person
I wanna
of
be a
interest,
star, yeah.
but I would privately tell it to my roommate, and he would. It's just wild. So I don't know. What you think is what you are, and what your thoughts become reality.
Yeah. What did you manifest? Sounds like you had a real specific thing that you're thinking of here.
I was with Harry Jowsey, who's a big manifester, and we were goofing around writing stuff down. And he's like, whatever you want, like what were your biggest dreams? Write them down.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And so we were like goofing around, and I wrote down. He's like, what would you like to do? I go, I'd like to have dinner with Dave Chappelle.
What?
I just said that. And so he goes, all right, I'll write it on the board. He writes Dave Chappelle. And then the next day, Jim Carrey walked up to me at a premiere.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like we're on a carpet, and SUV pulls up, and Jim Carrey gets out of the car, and I swear to God, he's like 400 feet away from me looking at me and Jonah. And he goes, and he's looking at me the whole way, looking at me and Jonah, looking at me. He's walking over to us, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is weird. And then he just walks right up and he just goes, hi, I'm Jim.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So-
it could have been manifestation, or it could have been that I think he thought Jonah was funny looking.
Most people do.
You know what I mean? Or not funny. Like Jonah looks like a comedy star.
Yeah,
Like he looks
and
like he'd be the kid in a movie.
The two of
know?
you together standing next to each other looks like a poster for like a new,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the manifesting thing is interesting.
You should like visualize it and think about it that it's already like happened, that you already have it.
Yeah.
More than like, will I get it? Will I have it? And I don't think you're more of like you don't come from like a place of anxiety thinking it's not going to happen, but you have to trust that like you already have it.
I do. I trust that everything's going to work out.
It's all going to work out for you.
Right.
You're like a great catch.
When
Thanks, pal.
do you guys make a wish when it turns like 11:11? Someone's like 11:11, make a wish.
I can never think of a wish in 1 minute because then
I
it's
always,
11:12 by the time you think of the wish.
And what are you like a singular wish person, or do you just like, I hope this goes good, I hope this goes
Oh,
great,
you're
I hope I
cramming
make
them
a
in.
lot of money? Like I always like right at the end, I'm like cramming a whole bunch of stuff. In the end, I'm like, and make a lot of money.
Oh, it's bad.
I don't know. I feel like I'm always just cramming in a bunch of stuff for one wish, and I'm worried that I'm going against the rules of wishes.
No, see, that's the side of manifesting is people limit themselves. You got to go even crazier.
Okay.
That's what I've learned. You got to not put any limits on it. Like, go bananas.
All right.
Dinner with Dave Chappelle? How about a podcast with Dave Chappelle? Let's go.
That's what Harry said. He's like,
Yeah.
you got to go bigger.
Yes.
Because I would say things and he'd be like, that's not big enough.
And this is exactly why. You said dinner with Dave Chappelle, and then you got a meeting with Jim Carrey. So
Right.
it's like, it's always not exactly what you want, but you get closer to it. So if you say,
It's a frequency thing.
Yes.
You put that frequency out, the universe starts syncing up with it, and it starts going down. But I'm a little like sometimes like manifestation. Like I would never write, I want to win an Oscar, because
why?
because I think that's like a really specific weird goal.
But you could do it.
Yeah.
You know, Jim Carrey is a perfect birds. Wow, that's so nice. You hear the real birds outside.
yeah, those are AI. They're generated.
No, well, like my alarm in the morning is like bird sounds. So I always think my phone is ringing now when I hear birds. I got to change it because birds are real, not this. Anyway,
the birds.
You're going to meet someone.
You seen the Jim Carrey on Oprah story where he talks
I
about
know
how
exactly what you're gonna say.
The $5 million check. You know about this?
Yes,
He is the definition of like this dude wrote himself a check for $10 million, and within 5 years of coming to this town, he cashed that check 5 years later.
Yeah.
So it's not unreasonable. You can
Okay.
win. You want to win an Oscar?
Sure.
Also, it's like this. It's the way it was explained to me was Matt King. I want to win an Oscar. So it's like you might not win that Oscar, but you could end up like
I could win a Shorty Award. I could.
What was Joe's thing? The Vloffies?
Yeah, you could win a Vloffe.
I never won one.
Really?
Never
Yeah.
won one. Heard they happen all the time. Never got it.
I
but-
remember my parents were visiting one time, and Joe was doing the Vloffies at David's house, and
That was
my
so
parents were
fun.
like, "Can we go now?" They had no idea what was going on.
You never won a Vloffe?
No, never
That's
did.
bull-
I don't know. I think I was like traveling a lot then. Maybe I wasn't available enough for Joe to like be there.
Especially because you've helped Joe with a lot of videos.
I really
Oh,
have.
yeah.
Would have loved one, but it's okay. It's okay.